All right, welcome in, welcome in. I see a ton of familiar faces and a few new ones. So if you are joining our Zoom room, you are in the right place. We are underway, getting ready to start day two of our workshop with Anik Singal. And we are talking about funnels, funnels that scale, matter of fact. And in case, just like yesterday, you weren't here, we intentionally turned off the Zoom chat, and we are providing a Facebook page link where we want you to go to our streaming and interact with us with comments, likes, and support, and hearts, and all of that. So, without any further ado, what I want to do is go ahead and get started. But just one item that I would love everybody to do, and this is something that's really exciting for us. I want you to go to the streaming link that Ethan just put on the Zoom chat. And I want you to tell us what city and state, or maybe if you're international, what region, what country you're checking in from. This is a fantastic way for you to interact with fellow high levelers. We hear about lunch pop-up groups and dinner meetups and happy hours and all kinds of stuff, and we can get-togethers. And it's a great way to connect with fellow high levelers that are digital citizens that you can connect with because the journey of entrepreneurship could be quite lonely quite often. So it's really important that you do this journey with someone that you like and trust in your community locally. So feel free to tell us what city you're from, what state, and also I see a ton of comments here. Thank you for interacting. We are on a very tight window today, so what we're gonna do, if it's okay with you, without a big intro and a big thing about how we're gonna all get started and our backgrounds and things like that. What I want to do is just go straight into content. So Anik, if you are ready, I'd like to welcome you to the stage. Just a quick bio about Anik. He's someone that's a practitioner. He's built multiple businesses. Our high-level team went out there to Orlando and attended some of his webinar con events and things like that. He is amazing at what he does. He's been doing this for a long time, since 2002, built a business well over $65 million plus, and also empowered a ton of marketers and digital citizens in the world of marketing. But without any further ado, Anik, let's get started with day two. We're talking about scalable funnels.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Paulson, and thank you to everyone at High Level. You guys continue to just be absolutely amazing. Big fan. And to everyone who's joining us, welcome. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time. We're running this 3-day quote-unquote challenge where we are teaching what the principles are to scale, specifically an information business, or even to use to drive leads to a SaaS business. We talked a lot about that yesterday. We talked a lot about how to use information products as a front-end lead generation tool for SaaS products. And so we had a great, I like to think we had a great, powerful session yesterday. So I would encourage everyone to watch the replay of it, because I went over the 4 types of offers it takes in order for you to be able to possibly scale. And I mean this, okay? There's 4 functions in your business, offer functions that need to be done. And I talked about how you can have as little as 1 offer, complete all 4, or you can have 4 different offers, and you shouldn't have more than 4, and you can't have less than 1. So that should cover that basis. Now, everything I do and everything I teach and everything I talk about, at least for this level of training, is all about scaling an expert business, right? So if you are out there selling courses, coaching, consulting, agency work, you're using paid traffic, which is the best way to scale, I'm going to show you how to be able to possibly, if you've done everything else correctly, take that and make it a situation where every time you spend $1 on Facebook ads, you make back 2 or 3 or 4, right? Anything's possible. You could also lose all of it. I have no clue. I can't say what would happen, but my mission, my goal here is to help make sure you make money and to teach you through my 20 years of experience. So I always like to start these with disclaimers. It's important. Nothing I talk about today is a guarantee. I'm here to educate. That's all I am. I can't promise you anything. I don't know you, and I couldn't possibly make an assumption about any results you will or will not get. What I can tell you pretty confidently is that I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for 20 years. I've sold over $100 million worth of stuff. Actually, it's way over that, but because in a 3-year window alone, I did 65 million, 64.8 million. We sold 247,000 people. That's not leads generated. That's credit cards transacted since 2015 using the things I teach you today. So I know my education is good. It works. I know my experience is good. It works. I know my team is badass. They're great. They work. And I also know that high level is amazing and works. I know the tech works. So you're technically capable of getting a business up and running and scaling it. You've got you've got the right coaching and support from me and my team. Really, the only missing piece is you, right? And giving you the specifics to then go out and take action. That's what the mission is today. So diving right in. My clicker's not working, so that's okay. So reminder, yesterday we talked about the 4 offers, okay? ALBR, acquisition, liquidation, back-end, and recurring. ALBR. So I don't want to spend too much time on this, but basically what we went over was the following. If you want to scale a business, here's some standard rules, okay? If you want to scale a business, 10 million, 20, 30, okay, and beyond, you need to learn how to access cold audiences. I don't care whatever it is. Basically, you have to learn how to be able to talk to people that don't know who you are, but after talking to you, start deciding to give you money or decide to enter your ecosystem. Now, once they enter from the cold market into your ecosystem, they're becoming warm market. The mission and the goal is to generate a cold lead and turn it into a warm lead. And how do we do that? We do that through 4 offer functions. A stands for acquisition. So there's always going to need to be an offer in your business that is sexy, that goes out and gets people to come to you, but at the same time, it doesn't it's low, it's an impulse driven type of purchase, right? So it's not something that people would be scared to do. And then we went to liquidation. If you're spending money to acquire people into your business, you need to talk about how you're going to liquidate that ad spend. I'll give you a prime example right now. I'm getting ready to launch a funnel probably in about 3 or 4 weeks. It's a secret project I'm working on. It's part of my partnership with Go High Level, but they have no clue what I'm doing, which I'm going to keep it that way because I think it's fun. I like keeping them in a mystery as well. But as I'm doing this, I'm getting ready to blow this project up on paid media. But I have one thing I have to think about. My ability to scale is going to be directly limited by the fact that we offer a 30-day trial, right? So there's a 30-day delay in me getting paid. So the liquidation function is missing. So now I know exactly what I need to attack. I've got a great acquisition offer. I'm not worried about that. I've got a liquidation challenge, and so I'm going to focus on that. Number 3 is the back end. So the back end is where you usually make your profit. Back end is where you offer someone something that's a higher price, but they know you, they like you, and that's exactly what they teach at Go High Level, right? They always teach you, hey, if you're a SaaSpreneur for Go High Level, come in and do a service for that local business at a low price, something that they'll accept, gain their trust, show them results, and then boom, go for the Go High Level sale, get them into the $500 a month back-end offer, which happens to also be our recurring, and that's the last one. So if you want a very deep dive into this, it's important. It's the foundational concrete upon which every business is built, whether you own a laundromat, a gas station, or an online business, or you're a SaaSpreneur. These matter. But as a matter of fact, I'm building a SaaS right now around the whole compliance element of the business, and I'm telling you that I'm focusing on this. This is what I'm beating down. All right, creating great offers is where it's what it's all about. All right, so now today is all about how you order and present your offers. So what do I mean by that? Well, we created 4 offers, let's say. There's always going to be an offer that is an anchor offer. That's kind of your anchor. That means the more you focus on promoting that, everything else kind of falls through. So for example, for my compliance business, my anchor offer is going to be simple. It's going to be this book. It's going to be my book, okay? I know that when people buy this book, everything else will kind of go through the systems. They'll get an opportunity to book a call with us for an audit. They'll have an opportunity to buy our software. They'll see our certification programs. So, and when they read this book and they get this book, it's $10. It's not very risky, but when they read the book, they're going to have 2 reactions. One, they're going to say, dang, these people know their stuff. I finally understand what compliant marketing is. And secondly, they're going to say, uh-oh, I'm not compliant. I need help. So that I know is going to feed everything else. So what in your business feeds everything else? Well, that's where funnels come up. So the practice of ordering and presenting your offers is called a funnel. Okay. So today I want to show you how these funnels work. Now, here's what's going to happen. This is going to be fun. Okay. So I'm going to give you what I call the theory. I'm going to show you in drawing. I'm going to show you in whiteboard how these funnels work, because you need to understand them theoretically. And then once I'm done, but towards the end of the presentation, I'm going to bring on my assistant and also the project manager of all of this, who's built the snapshots. So she's going to actually show you how you can take my snapshots. I have 3 funnels, guys. I have 3 funnels. I have simplified it down to these 3. I do not think you need any other than these 3. Now, there are many out there, but I believe any business can basically pick one of these 3 or all 3 and take off. And I've already built them for you. All right, I've already built them. They're there. They're available for you. We share the snapshot. You take it, put it into your account, do what you want with it, and we'll show you how to do all that. And we've got some killer training in our members area. So that brings me to, hey, Anik, what's the catch? What gives, man? Why are you giving away your top funnels? Why am I here spending a couple hours with you every day for 3 days when I charge upwards of $20,000 for a day of my time? So I'm basically giving away six plus hours. It's 20 grand worth of stuff. All right. First of all, I am a pretty nice guy, so I would say I am generous with my time. I like to give and to support and give feedback, but I'm also not a philanthropist in this business. I'm a philanthropist when it comes to children and building schools for them. But here, Paulson and his team and the Go High Level team have been kind enough to partner with me and make me an offer I couldn't refuse. So as it comes, our marketing business is taking a pretty big change in the way we're doing the business. And so now what I've decided is, moving forward, if you want Anik and if you want Anik's team and you want us to help you learn and teach you and show you all the things we know about scaling digital businesses, there's only one way to do it. You become a high level member through us and you get all of the mastermind coaching support for free. It's included. Or you can pay for my mastermind. It's $1,000 a month. So I'm going to give you an option at the end of today. I'm going to say, hey, you can either be a master, you can pay $1,000 a month for our mastermind, or you can be a part of Go High Level. Now, here's a cool thing. If you're already a member of Go High Level, we all have some cool options for you tomorrow. We don't want you to feel like you're not getting anything. And if you're already a member at 97 or 297, as long as you upgrade, given the link we give you, we'll still honor the full mastermind. So we want everyone to be happy. So the catch is just this. At the end of today, if you're not a member of High Level, I'm going to ask you to become one. I'm going to give you a URL. And if you're already a member, I'm going to ask you to upgrade using a certain URL. And if you're already at the highest package, well, then I'm going to ask you to wait till tomorrow. We'll have a cool bonus for you. Or go get another High Level account if you want the whole mastermind. There's many people doing that. Or you can pay me $1,000 a month, which doesn't make any sense, right? So that's the catch, everybody. Sound good? All right. Let's get started. So this is a good old funnel. I always use this picture because it makes me laugh. For the longest time, my wife, at that time, girlfriend, just couldn't get it right. And she would consistently call it, are you ready? Paulson, you're going to get a good laugh out of this. She consistently called it a filter. All the time. She would say, how's your filter looking? Are you done building your filter? And I would always be like, gosh, babe, get her into funnel. I just can't get past this. But they're kind of the same thing. I mean, it makes sense. It is a filter in its own way. So the funnel is just a means to an end, okay? Great marketing. I want you guys to read this. Great marketing is about clearly understanding the strategic goal and how everything supports achieving that goal. Here is a problem I have with the term funnel hacking. I love funnel hacking. By the way, I funnel hack all the time. Russ Brunson's a close friend. So I have no issue with the idea of it. I have an issue with how some people are receiving it. Funnel hacking. Okay, here's the deal. You can't copy my funnels. There's a few reasons. You don't have my name. You don't have my face. You don't have my brand. You don't have my audience. You don't have my customer. And unless your messaging, unless your goals are exactly the same as my goals, you better not funnel hack me. So you can hack me and learn, but you need to be able to turn it into your own. So there are some key things that you need to think about. And today, if you're not thinking about these, I'm here to tell you you better. You can't do this without thinking about these. And this is the stuff that makes every digital entrepreneur that I talk to and work with, they go, oh, Anik, here we go with the hootie patootie stuff. Like when we talk about in the marketing, we say, you got to create your avatar, right? You got to create your avatar. People are like, oh my God, just give me the freaking money, man. Where do I go to make money? I don't got to create an avatar. I'm telling you, the more senior you get in making building businesses, the more you realize the strategic things like making an avatar are intensely important. I know my avatar, so I can make ads. I can write hooks. I can write headlines. If you don't know your avatar, right? So here, you want to pick a funnel? What's your goal right now? And you must be thinking, what are you talking about? Okay, here, you want me to tell you? So I'm building an entire business around what I'm doing with high level. I can answer you all of these questions. Let's go. What do you think, Paulson? Should I give it all away? Like, use myself as an example of what I'm doing with high level and be specific and
I
answer these questions? Thoughts?
I think that's a great idea. And just so you just to get a temperature check in the room, how many of you have a funnel of some kind? And when we say funnel, we're not talking about a bunch of landing pages, obviously. We're talking about the way your gateway experience is for your new prospects, new customers that are coming in, right? Give us a yes in the chat if you have existing funnels or some sort of a gateway system to attract people. I'm just trying to get a good temperature check of how many of you have kind of started doing some of these things for your business. Okay, cool. So, Anik, let's go ahead and go through how you map this out for yourself. What is the business plan
Yeah.
around this?
Okay. So I sat down and I made a goal. I said, my goal for 2024 is that I'm going to get 8,000 people to try Go High Level. That's how many trials I'm going to sell. It's a big number. I know. I've been able to do far, far bigger in my career. And I like to give myself goals that are big, but not like, I didn't say 100,000. I said 8,000. That's a very specific number. People are like, Anik, why not like 7,500 or 10,000? Because I did some math. I did Excelling. And I got down to, I want 2,000 people to be kind of every month rebilling in the system. And so I took attrition and blah, 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 blah. I went pretty complicated with the math on it. And it came down to 8,000 trials will get me there. Okay. That answers my second question. Do I want more customers or less? I want more. 8,000 is a lot. And I backtracked. If I want 8,000 people to buy a trial, how many people do I need to like talk to? How many leads do I need? It's a lot. And that's how my businesses have always been. When I do something that's a free trial or a low ticket, I got to do volume. All right. Because I think it builds the rest of my business. Now, around all of this, I'm going to have retreats. I'm going to have workshops, master classes. I'm going to have my own training, my own stuff. And so I love this because guess what my anchor offer is?
High
It's the
level.
trial for Go High Level. And in my opinion, everything else falls around it. So if I'm driving leads and that's my anchor offer and I'm getting a bunch of people to purchase Go High Level under my name and my brand, and then they are also, I got their email addresses, everything else will fall through. The workshops, the retreats, they'll come to those eventually. Okay, great. So I want more customers, not less. That's a key thing because between the three funnels, it makes me pick one of them right out the gate. Number 3, convert existing customers to back-end offer. No, I'm trying to get new customers. Great. Scale with fewer customers who pay more. Nope, I already said I want a volume of customers. All right. Number 5, launch a new product line. Yeah, kind of. It's new for me. It's new for my users, high level. Enter a new market. Not really. In my case, we're going after the affiliate marketplace and the expert space. I mean, I've been in this space forever. So are you setting up to sell your company? No. Isn't that funny? This one? No, I'm not. This is just good old big old cash flow, right? Comfortable life. That's what I'm trying to build. I've been there before, built it many times, I'll build it again. Why is this important? Because this led me to picking one of my funnels that works best. Now, right out the gate, you might say, Anik, low ticket funnels will be right for you. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. They will be one of the funnels. But I'm going to go out the gate with a webinar funnel. And let me explain why. Because I'm not positioning this as if it's a $5 sale or a $100 sale. High level, albeit has a free trial, is still a big commitment, right? My goal is to get people committed to spending $297, or I should say investing $297 a month. That's the equivalent of $3,600 a year. I think that's a high ticket. So I'm going to do a webinar because I want to make sure they are committed to staying with us. Now, eventually what I'll do is I'll write a book. All right, I already have books, so I can probably just take one of my existing books and sell that for your usual free plus shipping and handling. Now, when people buy the book, they'll have the ability to buy some upsells. It'll become a self-liquidating funnel, and then on the back end, I'll sell Go High Level. Does that make sense? Now, I don't see any reason to do the opt-in to phone funnel. The opt-in to phone funnel is for things that are $10,000 or more, $5,000 or more, sorry. 5,000 or more, ideally 10,000 or more. So notice how right out the gate, I have completely articulated my game plan. No to the funnel 3, yes to funnel 2, which is webinars, move that up. The next funnel would be low ticket, and then I don't really need opt-in to phone. Now, opt-in to phone funnel comes into my business later once I already have a bunch of leads. So let's say I have 1,000 people inside of high level, and I decide to do a retreat. Oh, great. I'm going to send an email to those 1,000 people. They're going to go to a page, watch a video, and they're going to book a call to talk to us about buying the retreat. See how that works? So in most scalable info businesses or even SaaS businesses, you're going to end up using all three, but in what order? The orders will always be different based on your goals. So let's start with the low ticket. All right, what I want to first thing I want to do is I want to walk you through this model. It's a pretty important model to understand. Desk
And
scribble.
as
One
you're
second
pulling
here.
that up, Anik, let me just clarify a couple of things here for those that are watching. This business model applies very well with online businesses. So if you're a small business owner watching this and you're trying to build this out for your local business, not all of it may apply to you. But if you're a digital citizen of some kind with info products, coaching, consulting, maybe even agency services, maybe you're an influencer, maybe an e-com store, like everything Onyx sharing applies directly to you. Now, if you're a small business owner, it does not mean you're not going to learn or take away a couple of things. It just means you may have to reiterate the framework for that fits best for you. Just FYI.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Anik.
Sure. Thank you. I like that term, digital citizen. I like that. I'm going to use that. I'm stealing that. Do you even know you said that, Paulson?
I've been
Is that a
saying that
term you
a
use
couple of
consistently?
I think I've been saying
Yeah,
that
I
for a
like
couple of
it.
months now. Because people ask me, "Hey,
Digital
what's high
citizen.
level for?" It's well, it's for everybody, but
Digital
everybody
citizen.
doesn't sound too good, you know?
All right. Well, what I need is high level to start issuing passports. That's my next request. I want a digital citizenship, and I'd like to renounce my U.S. passport and take the high level one.
We are one step
All
closer
right,
with our
guys. So,
certifications. We are one step closer to that
yeah,
idea with our
perfect.
certifications.
So, only thing left now is to convince Sean to buy an island, and we're well on our way. We get a high level island. All right. So, to your point about local businesses, I frankly, Paulson, I think that everything I'm talking about applies very aggressively to local businesses. You're right
Okay.
that you got to look at it from a little bit of a different lens. And we'll do that for you today. We did it yesterday. All along the entire training, we tried to use local examples and I got down to using an example of my car detailer, which ironically, so funny. You know, you say Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Uh I talked about the car detailer yesterday. It's been months since we had detailing. This morning I wake up to a message from him saying, "Hey, you guys want to get your car detailed?" I was like, "Whoa, where did he come from?" But we talk about it, and so today we'll try to do the same. So make sure you watch the training from yesterday because I think you'll see. Now let's talk about this complicated ass looking model. I call this my expert model. I have an entire diagram book that I drew that's got all of these in it. We'll put this in the members area if you join our mastermind. So Sarah, if we can get this in the members area, and I have training. I've done some amazing training. I have a whole course around like this. I did 4 hours of training on just the diagrams that are in here. The main crux of the diagram is this one that you're looking at. So let me just quickly walk you through it. Then we'll get into the low ticket funnel. And remember, I told you later on today, Sarah's going to do a full snapshot demo for you, how it works inside of high level, because you can just import it. It's pretty cool. All right. So this part right here, okay, this we went over yesterday briefly. It's called the Pentagon of Scale. There were literally 5 spokes to scaling. All right. It was your offer, convert, acquisition, monetization, and team. I don't care if you run an accounting firm. I don't care if you run, I mean, guys, even grocery stores at some level use the psychology that's taught in these things. So it's very, very, very pervasive. You need it. Now, I don't want to repeat myself, so please go back and watch yesterday's replay. We started with this. It was right around minute 15 or 20 that I got into the Pentagon of Scale, okay? Maybe 15. All right, now, it all starts with traffic to the eyes. That's not where a business really starts, but POI, this is traffic. Okay? POI is what we're going to talk about tomorrow. So I don't mean to tease you, but I'm going to go detailed into the proper traffic model, how to get traffic for your business. Now, this is, let me just draw for you where the actual low ticket funnel is. It is right here, okay? And I'm going to bring up a whole whiteboard and we're going to go into it in much more detail. But what we're trying to do is drive traffic to a acquisition offer. In the case of a low ticket funnel, the acquisition offer is always a low cost product, a book with shipping and handling, a $67 course. I'll show you one of my funnels that I'm promoting online that's doing amazing, and it's a $67 front end product. Now in your business, perhaps you are a dentist. So I ask you, what's your offer? Is there a service or something that you can offer to your client, to new people to come see you that's very low cost, but obviously it gets them to experience you and then sign up for a lifetime of you being their dentist. So acquisition, low ticket. Now, as soon as they are doing that, then there is a upsell sequence. This is what I like to call the at cart funnel. Okay. So this is the money that they can give you while they're in the shopping cart buying stuff. Now, this part is not as relevant to offline businesses. That part's more for the digital citizens, more of you that are building online businesses and courses or even e-commerce. But in my eyes, and this is counterintuitive to what the industry teaches, in my eyes, a true funnel, okay, a true funnel includes all of this, not just what is in the at cart. I think a real funnel includes the back end. It includes the recurring. So when I told you I'm building a funnel to promote high level as an affiliate, for me, the fact that a portion of the people who come to who buy the trials, I know a portion of them are going to pay for coming to my retreats. I know a portion of them are going to pay to come to our workshops. I know that a portion of these, a lot of them are going to upgrade to other offerings. And that's important to know because I got to factor that into my acquisition cost and my value per customer. So one of the things I don't want to overwhelm you with, but you'll start to notice a trend in me. I'm very data driven. Everything for me is numerical. I turn everything into data because that's why I can scale businesses fast. I know my data. Once I know what a customer is worth, game over. When I know what they're worth to me, day 0, day 7, day 15, day 30, day 60, day 90, game over, because now nobody can compete with my kind of ad spend. That's what I've done again and again. So your funnel, start to think about your funnels differently and include the back end. If there's recurring, right? For example, with high level, there's recurring. I'm going to know my data. I've already asked high level this. I've said, hey guys, what's the average retention of this type of person? They have their data. I take that. I build that into my models. So I know I'm going to get X amount of rebuild activity from a person, right? And because the average happens because you have some that'll rebuild with you forever because they're seriously using the system. Then you have some that don't end up using it. They rebuild for 3 months. They drop off. You have an average lifetime. I calculate all that data and I know. So that's got to be in your funnel because it directly impacts your ability to pay for traffic. So now, the rest of it, guys, you've got a bunch more complication stuff here. It's very relevant if you're trying to scale a business. This model, I spent 45 minutes just on teaching all the different pieces of it, and that training is in the members area. So you will get a chance to see it if you take me up today later on my no-brainer offer. But for now, let's talk about the actual funnel, right? Okay, so a low-ticket funnel is very simple methodology or psychology behind it. So all the traffic is coming typically to a sales page. You may have a video on it, but this is going to be a product that is between $1 and $100, for example. I find anything below $100 is pretty impulse purchase friendly. We have found it for ourselves, and I have confirmed this with many different marketers and many different people who have tested it, that $67 is the sweet spot. It's a great number. It's going to get you the highest quality of person up front without dropping conversion figures. All right, now, let's say we had 1,000 people come to this page. Let's say this page converts at 5%. So that means Now there's a bump offer, so I want to explain this to you. This means 50 people make it through to the bump offer. The bump offer is really simple. It's on the order page. High Level allows you to do this automatically, and if you get my snapshot, it comes with it. It's on the order page. There's no videos. There's a little bit of text. It's like writing a long tweet with a little button to push. If you add the button, it adds this offer to your cart. Well, if my front end offer here was $47 and my bump is $37, you can expect at least about 40% of the people to purchase the bump. Guys, that is a ridiculous addition to your bottom line. All right. And you'll see why this is the name of the game and why this makes a big difference as you try to scale your business using paid traffic. So now, as soon as they buy the bump, they're likely going to see an upsell one. The upsell one might be about $197, and you're probably going to get a 15% conversion. And then if they don't buy that, they'll see a downsell one for $97, probably get a 5% conversion. And then if they do buy that, they'll see a upsell 2 for, again, night 197, let's just say 5% upsell. So what is happening here? Now they're done, okay? This is when they're done. Well, at $47 collected, if that was the only offer we made to them, well, the problem is on paid traffic, which is the best place to go to scale. And so everything I do, I try to create a way and an avenue and a path to make sure that the paid traffic would be deployable, would work. Well, you might end up spending $80 to get a $47 sale. That sucks. You're losing $33 per sale. How much can you possibly scale that? You can't. So you implement all of these metrics, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, because of all the upgrades, the person's spending an average of $90 with you. Well, now we're talking. I'm actually up $10 for every sale I get. So the at cart funnel is imperative. You can't make low tickets work without them. Now, what's even better is behind this, you might have a webinar, you might have a phone sales offer, but by the time they get to the webinar, the lead is paid for. You got free buyer acquisition out of Facebook and YouTube and all these TikToks and all that. There's nothing better in the world than to get paid to get leads from these platforms, but you got to build this funnel correctly. So let me show you the funnel that we've shared with you because it's pretty fascinating. It's actually this funnel. So the funnel that we have done a snapshot on is a funnel that takes our $67 offer, and we're averaging $220 AOV. AOV stands for average order value. So for every $67 being spent, we're able to make back $220. Now, this is our results, our numbers. I want to point out a few things. The things that impact this number the most are going to be your offer, your copy, right? And you can't just steal our copy. You have to change it to your words. I've been doing this for 20 years, and so I'm just sharing with you what's worked for me. It's not trying to insinuate that you're just going to come swap it out and it's going to work for you, because I don't know what you're swapping it out with. So you got to be careful with that. So our first offer is a course that I have, a template that I use to write webinars. It's $67. You can get my entire template, which I've had a lot of success with, for $67. This converts really, really well. The bump offer is $57. And we have ridiculous conversions on this. My best converting bump offer ever. And it's $57, and you get 170 fill in the blank slides. Next is upsell number 1, in which you get my entire funnel. Here's a cool thing. I'm giving you the funnel today. Here, I don't even give them the funnel. I give them a training on exactly how the funnel works, but they have to go figure out how to build it on their own. But today, if you enroll in High Level through me, I'm giving you my snapshot. That all the emails and text messages, blah, 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 everything that comes in the back end of a funnel, segmentations, automations, you can't get that anywhere else. But hey, we convert really well to even teach people how to do it for $200. And then upsell 2 is what I call webinar manifesto. Show rates, selling better, presenting better. This upsell does okay. It's not like amazing. It does all right. It does decent. So the main offer, this entire sales page, okay, this entire page, we're going to give to you. So you can take it, replace things. And I'm telling you, template my copy as well. So here, let's do a real quick exercise. Okay, let's say I want to turn this into a dog training offer. All right, let's see. Up top it says my secret formula to selling 52,000 plus courses. My secret formula to training 388 dogs. All right. Revealed the slide by slide template I use to convert total strangers into high ticket buyers with a simple 90-minute presentation. The step by step training I use to convert puppies into well behaved dogs in 90 minutes or less. Okay. I just made shit up. So like obviously don't just do that. It's got to be truthful, right? It's got to be honest. But I'm just trying to like show you how you can take this and just fill it in piece by piece with your stuff, and then you're going to be basically you're gonna feel a better assurance that your copy is good. I can't promise it's gonna be good, but so the main offer converted really well, and then it would go to this bump offer. This is what the bump offer looked like. That's it. This is literally a high level order page, and we'll give you this. It's 57. We converted 80%. I've never had this before. This is a completely ridiculous, non-typical, exaggerated response, like conversion that I've never had. It was just a perfect offer, right? It's like a perfectly fit offer. So 80% of the people would add a $57 product to a $67 purchase. And then our first upsell did really, really well too, right? So we have the whole sales page for the upsell, which you'll get 35% CVR conversion. It's really good, guys. If I'm doing 15 or 20, I'm doing a backflip. 35 is just like insane. And then we have upsell 2, which is the webinar manifesto. And like I said, this one did okay. In any other funnel, I'd be like, this is awesome for upsell 2. But I was a little spoiled with this funnel. So I was like, oh, I just had 35%. I only have 10% now. But together, all of this got us to a $220 average order value. And guess what? On Facebook, it costs us about $100 to $140 to get a sale. So let's just say average 120. So every 120 I'm spending, I'm getting 220 back. That's $100 profit roughly. And every day changes, right? Some days it's 70, 60. I had a couple of days where I lost money. And then most days it's, whatever, right? Averages out to this. Now, there is a caveat. I can't infinitely scale this offer. Not like there's a limit to how many people in the world want to write a webinar today. So it's very relevant to those who want to do it, and it's highly irrelevant to those who don't. So I have a cap on how much I can spend. We found the cap to be about $1,000 a day in advertising. So I was spending about $1,000, making back anywhere between $2,000 and $2,500. That's a free $30,000, $35,000, $40,000 a month. Who's going to gawk at that? Right? So important to see and important to know these numbers. And I'm giving you all of this, right? You can have it. So we'll talk about it a little bit later. I'll let Sarah do that conversation, but that low ticket funnel, all the elements that come with it are going to be yours. I can't see your guys' comments, but I would love it if you could just say yes, if that's exciting to you, if that gets you pumped up. And before I move on to talk about webinar funnels, Paulson, did you have anything you wanted to add or anything you want to say?
Yeah, I was just about to say, let's pause for a quick second. What I wanted everybody to do is just type in your aha moment so far, kind of your takeaway so far. And there's really two, if you want to stop sharing your slide, you can, Anik. There's two observations that I want to get clarity from you and just ask. One
Yep.
is I noticed on your front end, your front end offers, they're all one-time purchases, right? Your 97 upfront is not a 97 recurring, but it's all one-time purchases. Is that right? Because you're parking them all into a recurring. Is that what's happening? Oh, your audio. Let me go ahead and make sure
That's
you're
me.
yeah, you're
That's me.
good.
Sorry, I had muted myself.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so yes, in this funnel, okay, in my funnels,
yeah.
the front end can be recurring. I haven't to date done that.
Okay,
And to date, my front ends have always been a low ticket,
fair.
get them in the ecosystem. To be fair, honestly, I haven't done a lot of recurring,
Sure.
because of the following. Let me explain why. Being an information marketer that sells courses, content, recurring has a very low retention, and it's an uphill battle. So I've actually found it much easier to sell my courses at $1,000 or $2,000 than I have been able to sell it at $100 a month or $200 a month. And even then 3, 4 months later, people quit the recurring. Where recurring works wonders is in software or services. So if you're
Sure.
doing consulting, agency work, or like at high level, you're selling software. And since I hadn't done much of that in my career, I hadn't done much recurring. Now that I'm moving
Got
into
it.
this world, recurring is the name of the game for me.
Got it. And then the other observation that I want to just get clarity on, none of these offers, even though they're your front end offers, all of them, they're all one-time purchases. They're
Good on me.
all Yeah, they're all one-time purchases to just kind of get them in your ecosystem. They're all break even at some point, give or take. But what I observed about them is they're all digital offers. They're not, hey, I'll jump on a consulting call for $67, hoping that I can park you
No.
into hoping that I'm going to park you into a service. Like, help us understand why that is, and that's an important piece that a lot of
Well,
marketers should understand that you're not going to scale time.
yeah, I that just, I mean, I literally screamed inside my head as you said that. So, I don't like talking to people, man. I don't want to talk to people. I'm an introvert, and talking to people gives me anxiety. I'm worried the night before going to bed about the next day of talking to people.
Yeah.
Till this day, I still get nervous. I still get not nervous, but anxious about trainings. Like this fact that I'm on this training for 2 hours was something I was thinking about last night. And this is probably my 1,000th training. I don't even know how many I've done. So no, I don't want to do a day full of calls. I want a day with no calls. But
Okay.
I mean, I guess if you have a big sales team and that's not you, you could sell that. I haven't really seen that done.
Okay.
Um, Probably could work.
Makes
Now,
sense.
look, if I'm an offline consultant, it's different, right? So let's say I'm suddenly a dentist consultant. I'm a dentist marketing consultant. It's a different ball game. I'm going to hit the road and get in the car. I'm going to go see them, but also think about the value. I'm not going to go see them for $67, right?
Yeah.
If they're booking a consult with me for 2 hours, probably going to charge $300, $400. And I also know that on the back end of that, I probably have a $500 to $2,000 a month contract waiting. So it's a different ball game. There's a reason I don't do agency business in myself for me personally, because like I said, I get anxious talking to people. So I like to do what I do. But yeah, I've never done it, and I don't think I would do that in this world. There's another world in which you can
Sure.
say there's time to be sold on the front end.
Love it. And then two more things I'll rapid fire with you. I know you got a tight schedule. We got so much more to cover. The num If you can share benchmark numbers of what you look at for acquisition on the front end. I know the 97 is there, 197, upsell, downsell. What are benchmarks that you look for these types of things? And then maybe if you
Yeah.
could, I know in your early stages on the recurring subscription, by the way, if you can share benchmark on the SaaS side or recurring or affiliate side, if you can give us ballpark that you're shooting for, these are your goals that like I think that'll help because what you're sharing ultimately is your affiliate business model that very much aligns with a lot of marketers here today.
Yeah. Happy to. Okay, so on the low ticket, okay, this is now, guys, the benchmark data. This is, I hate to say, it depends. I hate that when I'm a student and I'm asking people questions. It depends. I'm like, ugh, but it does. It depends. And so I'll try to give the ranges. If you are using paid traffic and you're going wide, okay, so that means you're definitely talking to people that don't know who you are. Okay, it's very different if someone who already knows Anik Singal goes to a Anik Singal sales page. It's a completely different ballgame. The conversions will be much higher. But I'm talking specifically about the person that doesn't know who I am, lands up on my sales page. For paid traffic to work, if your conversions are less than 2%, it's very difficult to do. I don't care what the price point is. If it's below 2%, very hard to do. I have seen if it's a 3% and above, that's when you start to get into the kind of numbers that I was seeing with Webinar Mastery. With Webinar Mastery, we're at like 3.5% conversion on the sales page for going wide. And by the way, wide with international open. We're getting sales from India and Philippines and all these countries that other marketers are not marketing in. So 3.5% for wide worldwide marketing, that's excellent. That's a win. That's a number you take home.
And
Bump offer.
what about cost of acquisition? I know you talked about conversion rate, but what the cost of acquisition? Because I think that's the important piece for a lot of
Yeah.
marketers.
Okay. So if you're selling a book that's like a $10, $12 book, you should be spending between $40 to $60 cost per acquisition. Now, again, it depends if you're international or not. If you're doing international markets and you're opening the gates, you're going to spend less, but then the back end value will be less. And so top tier markets, US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, you're going to spend between 40 to 60, maybe upwards of 70. It gets really tricky post 70. Very difficult to make a low ticket funnel sustainably scalable beyond 70. Now, in the case of my business with high level, I am budgeting about $100 to $150 per trial.
Got it. And
That's a lot.
that's for recurring, right? That's for trial to paid
Yeah, so
and
there's
everything, right?
there's a lot of consideration. So why am I willing to spend $150 to get a recurring customer inside of high level? Um, First of all, the value of a customer who's willing to sign up for a $300 a month service is high. So I know the value of that person buying my retreats and buying my workshops and buying my other programs and maybe eventually signing up for my own SaaS that I have that does something, if I can find something that high level doesn't do, I could build a SaaS around it. Maybe they would buy that in the future. But there's a high value to that person. So that's why the numbers are always going to be determined by what you believe and estimate the value of the customer to be. I've been around long enough to project some of that data ahead of time, but yeah, I mean, and a lot of it also depends. So I'll tell you what, with my webinar mastery offer, I could afford a lower conversion rate if I wanted because my upsells do so well. So it's also kind of like a seesaw, right? So if like one thing is really not doing well, it can be lifted by another thing that's doing well and you're still good. So if one metric is way better than the rest, it relieves the pressure on the rest. But if it's way worse than the rest, then it puts more pressure on the rest of it. So kind of you got to find that sweet spot. And you know what? I always tell people the best way to gauge your risk on that is to have a amazing offer. I don't mean good offer. I mean an amazing offer. I mean an offer that people feel stupid saying no to. That's literally what Go High Level has been built off of, that philosophy. When you teach it to local marketers who are building their own SaaS through High Level, you walk into a company and say, for example, what does Frank teach, right? Hey, I'll get you 30 appointments booked on your calendar or you don't pay me.
Yep. The low risk, low
Who the hell says
barrier.
no to that?
Yeah.
Like, who says no to that offer? So the easiest way to know that your conversion numbers will be great and then all the math will work out, just have a offer that is absolutely freaking stellar.
Yeah. Let's continue forward to the next couple of items we need to cover
All right.
today.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go to webinars now. I get really, really complicated. Where is the webinars? Lost my
And
presentation.
guys and gals, continue to share your thoughts in the streaming. I'm monitoring it now. So yeah, if you have aha moments, if you have takeaways, if you want to contribute to the conversation as well, where you've seen numbers or whatever, feel free to just simply share those thoughts. And that's really the best way we all learn across each other, including myself and Anik as well. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
so webinar funnels.
Sorry about
Yeah.
that, guys. I had lost the screen, but we're back. Okay, so webinar funnels, guys. I'm a little bit conflicted because I can geek out on this and go insane. I'm gonna try to stay super high level for you because unless you're doing a webinar funnel, I don't want to like confuse the crap out of everyone and scare you, but let's just talk about it at a very high level so you understand how it works. And then just know okay, I'll put it this way, and I'll say this very confidently. If you have an intention of doing a webinar funnel in your life and you're not using my snapshot, I judge you. Like I don't even know what to tell you because it's $20 million worth of ad spend has gone into the development of every intricate thing I do in this funnel. All of it. All right, all of it. So let's talk about it. What is a webinar funnel first and foremost, okay? A webinar funnel is when someone signs up to attend a webinar, whether it is live or you're doing an evergreen. So for example, you signed up to be here. This isn't a webinar per se, but it is. It's a culmination of 3 webinars that create a challenge. So you signed up, and we're live during the time that we're filming this. We're live, or you're watching live. We have hundreds of people watching. Now, what'll happen is if we took this and if we were like, man, this thing converted so well, we're going to take the video file, we're going to upload it into a webinar platform that I actually know right now is being integrated. There's one being integrated with, there's actually one already, Get Webinar Kit, which is a very close friend of mine, Stefan. He integrated with High Level. Then I know A Event is integrating with High Level. So you can create an automated webinar funnel. What that does is that means that people are signing up in their time zone for whatever time they want, and the webinar is being played back for them in a live room in an environment that feels live. And so a webinar funnel that's my thing, guys. That's what Paulson mentioned earlier. I'm one of the co-founders of Webinar Con. I mean, literally the industry event for webinars. So don't get me going, don't get me started. I get excited, I run away. I get pumped with what I'm doing with webinars. But I have sat like a mad scientist with webinars and tweaked 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 and gotten it to a point. Why? Because we were spending at one point upwards of $1 million a month promoting webinars, promoting that. You can't spend that much money, guys, without every 1% tweak making a difference. So here's how a webinar funnel really works, right? Ads drive people to what we call a web reg page. So people sign up for the webinar. Now, once they sign up, their email address goes into your database, which is awesome because now you're building a list. I love that. Now, once they sign up for your webinar, they should ideally come to the webinar live. But guess what happens? A lot of people are no-show. So I'll, for example, how many people are not here today that signed up for it? It's fine. It ain't offensive. We can talk about it. It just happens, right? When it just happens. Life gets in the way. We don't show up to things. How many parties have I skipped because at the last minute I'm like, I don't want to go, so I don't go to the party. So I'm a no-show. It's not nice, but it's reality. That's what happens. So people show up and people don't show up. Now, what happens is after that, there's a sequence of things that need to happen so that you can try to get the person to see the message. Now, of course, at the end of the webinars, there's always an offer made, a pitch made. Right? Okay. Here is how a typical webinar offer will work. Okay. A typical webinar offer will be the registration, the webinar, someone attends or doesn't attend. Then there is a few days of replays. So you send a link to everybody, watch the replay if you missed it, and then you close the offer. It's about 6-7 days. Done. And up until 4 or 5 years ago, worked like a charm. That was working super well. Okay? Not anymore. That does not work super well anymore. So now you got to do more because people are more distracted. And so what we did is we created a very complicated, complex, but awesome back-end process. And here's what it would do. So I'll just do this, right? So there's a live showing of the webinar. And what happens at this point is one of four things. And so, Paulson, you're going to have to just gauge me on this, man. If I get too far down this rabbit hole, pull me back. But I want to stay at a high level, guys, so you understand it, because it's very important. A great webinar, selling information or selling coaching or selling consulting or selling services. This is the funnel, by the way, I will be using to sell high level accounts as an affiliate. This is it. This is a very, very awesome funnel once you learn it. And I've taken about 80% of the learning curve out for you. So what's going to happen is you're going to either have people that showed up live but didn't buy. You're going to have people that showed up for only a part of the webinar but didn't buy. You're going to have people that no-showed, and you're going to have people that bought. Historically speaking, it didn't matter to people. Irregardless of what the heck you did, you got the same, here's a replay, and we're closing out. Now with all the powerful automations and marketing segmentations and everything we can do, we've built a separate flow of communication that is text and email based for each of these to refine and optimize your conversions. But it goes beyond that. At the end, they all converge into something that I call the funnel extension. I think it's absolutely insane to stop talking to a customer after 7 days that signed up for your webinar. Just 7 days ago, they raised their hand and committed to coming to a 2-hour presentation. And typically, what we found is after that 7 day window that most average people are doing, usually only about 30% or maybe 40% of the registrants have even seen the message. So 60, 70% who said, I raised my hand, show interest, never even consumed the message. How could they possibly have had a chance to purchase anything? They haven't, right? So what we did is we created an extension model where now we broke our webinar down into 3 videos and we spend 2 or 3 days each giving them the video, the video, the video. There's a ton. Now we extended the funnel by 9 days. There's a series of emails that goes into that. There's a series of text messages that go into that. There's a series of pages that we built that you can have. So now when you take our snapshot, all of that just goes in with it. And this is all kinds of shenanigans going on here, guys. All kinds of segmentations happening, automations happening. I'm not going to pretend that you're just going to take a webinar funnel and import it into your account and boom, off to the races you go. That's not how it works. You're going to have to take an hour or two. You're going to have to connect all the dots. You're going to have to connect it to your webinar software. You're going to have to do some, but it's just going to be account linking, not building the whole framework out. You're going to have to personalize the emails, right? So that it makes sense to your topic. A great webinar for me didn't just change my life, it made me the wealth I have today. And I mean that. I'm looking you guys dead in the eyes right now and I'm telling you, a great webinar can be an absolute game changer, but there's a lot that goes into it. A low ticket funnel is a lot simpler. A webinar is more complicated, but the return potential from a webinar is infinitely higher if you nail it. So what I've done is between the training, so like for example, Webinar Mastery, that course that people are spending $200-300, it's free inside of my community if you join high level with me. My webinar template, yours, take it. My webinar funnel, yours, take it. So as much of that learning curve as I could just shatter and remove, I have, and I'm gonna make it available for you. The rest would be on you.
Two
Now you might
questions.
hit some
Two
snags.
questions for you.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
2 questions for you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The type of traffic, if you can go back to your notepad there, the type of traffic, does it matter on the structure of what you provided, like Facebook versus Google versus YouTube versus TikTok? Does any of that variability change the structure of your webinars?
no,
Nothing. Okay.
no,
Second question for
no. I
you.
don't care if you're.
Yeah. Yeah, second
Okay,
question for you. Is this more suitable for a live webinar or can this be pre-recorded like lives?
both.
Okay, cool. Let's keep going.
Yeah, both. Yeah. All right. Awesome. So I think suffice it to say right now, guys, that this, we can go down the weeds into this thing, but we have beautiful registration pages, thank you pages. So as soon as someone registers, they go to a thank you page, right? Which says, hey, congrats, we've saved your spot, blah, blah, blah. They're yours. This is the video pages for the extension, yours, our just all this segmentation, all the addition, like all the automations, emails, text messages, as much as we can, we're putting in the snapshot. And I'll tell you what, we're continuing to improve and make the snapshot better. I think that's the part that's crazy too, because I'm still learning, guys. I've been doing it for 20 plus years, but I'll tell you, there isn't a single year of my life that looks like the year before it. So I'm learning, and my commitment to you is everything I learn is yours to take. And I like that. I think that's a great proposition. And I think it's a win-win to get you to stay, to get you to use it. And then, you know what? I'm already out there learning it. So I hold that to myself. And so, yeah. And the only other people I've been sharing it with to date is my mastermind that has people in it that pay $25,000 a year. So, and that's going up to 30 as of April. So, and you have to be doing $500,000 a year or more to be part of it. So I'm taking all that information now and I'm bringing it to an ecosystem that's below that for a commitment that's a percentage of it. So sales pages, cart pages, we give you guys everything. All right. Last but not least is a very simple funnel. I don't even need to go to the slide. So actually, Purvak, if you can just put it on me. This is a very simple funnel. Okay. This funnel, I believe, a majority of you can use. Now, I was kind of poking fun at talking on the phone to people, but there's no better way to get a sale. And if I were to start all over again today, so let's just say I blinked my eye and all of a sudden everything is gone. My office is gone, my team is gone, my business is gone, my email list is gone. I'm genuinely starting from scratch. The only thing I have is my brain and my hustle. Then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build this funnel. I'm going to build a book a call funnel. And I'm going to build a offer that people sign up to and then book a call to talk to me. I'm going to get them on the phone and I'm going to sell them. I'm not good on the phone, guys. As great as I am at selling things on webinars and videos and everything, I suck on the phone because my approach on phone has always just been answer their questions, be honest, and I don't do the minute people start objecting, I'm like, oh, whatever. I don't do objection handling. I just don't have time for that. I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and maneuver with you and play chess. It's just you either want it or not. And I've actually said that on calls. I'm not going to lie. Right now, there's a text that came through that I saw. I'm sorry, my phone is in front of me to see comments. So the text came through, and it was someone objecting to something. Right? It's a potential sponsor for a future event that Go High Level is a platinum sponsor of, and the sponsor is objecting. And my exact answer is going to be okay. It's going to be 2 letters back. I'm not going to counter the objection. So having said that, a book a call funnel is so easy. We have one running right now. I can show you guys an example of it. So we have this running right now where we do these compliance audits, and it's very easy. Like you land on a page and it just says like, do you want this? It's like, that's the page, right? Worried about your marketing? Worried your marketing may get you sued by the FTC? Let us have a look. Fill out the form. The next page of the form, there's a video, and the video is going to ask you to book a call. You're going to book a call. We're going to talk to you, and we're going to give you a proposal for something. For every 10 calls I have, we'll get a couple of sales, 2 sales. These sales are $15,000 to $50,000. The average proposal going out is 25 grand. So if I'm starting scratch, man, I'm doing that. All right, I'm doing that because that's the quickest way for me to get my first 5, 10, 15, 20 grand snag. Now, I remember I said I kept my knowledge, and a lot of you may not have that marketing knowledge yet, so you can't be charging 5, 10, 15, 20, but you know what you can be charging? You can help someone with the various services that High Level has automated for you. You can help someone get their website up and running. You can help someone get listed on Google. You can help someone get more reviews. You can help someone get more appointments using the cool stuff that, using all the cool automations that are given away inside of High Level. So, once you've gotten, so now you're on the phone with the business doing things. So you run a local ad, okay, to a local business. This is something I would also consider doing. This is very easy. I pick restaurants in the 20-mile radius of where I live. There's gotta be so many of them, right? And I run an ad that says, I will get you 20 extra customers a week, or you don't pay me, and I get them to book a call with me and I make the offer. Maybe restaurants is like a really bad example. So let's just say like a insurance agent or a car detailer or a cleaning service, a dentist, a chiropractor. I mean, there's a gazillion of them. Local businesses that have, again, an existing business, an existing customer base, an existing location. If I can get, I just know metrics, even for someone who sucks at phone sales. If you get 10 qualified people on the phone, you're going to sell 1 or 2 of them. I'm telling you, if your offer is very good, you're going to sell 1 or 2 of them, period. So all of these pages, all of this is all given to you. All right. This is all given to you. So that whole book a call funnel has got all the same intricacies with the emails and the text messages to make sure that they consume the message and that they show up for the call and all of that jazz. We've taken years to fine tune that, and it's yours. It's absolutely yours at no cost. So, well, as part of being a part of all of this, we're giving that's our third funnel, and that's our third snapshot. So my question really at this point, guys, what we're going to do, all right, I am going to present to you my quote unquote pitch. Okay. And I'm using air quotes. You can't see me right now. But I'm air quoting the crap out of this. So Porvuk, if we could probably maybe put me up on a screen. There's my air quotes. I really wanted you to see them. My pitch It's very simple. All right. And there's a few scenarios here. Like I said, you don't have high level, you have high level and you can upgrade, or you already have high level at the highest level, and you only want a couple of things. And then the fourth scenario is you already have the highest high level account, but you want my whole shebang. You want my mastermind and everything. I'm going to give you all four choices right now. You have an option today to purchase high level at the starter plan or at the unlimited plan. So that's the 97 a month or the 297. The starter plan, you're going to get a 14-day free trial. The unlimited plan, you're going to get a 30-day free trial. Right? So you commit higher, you get a longer trial. And each of those comes with its own benefits. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. Both of the levels come with my snapshots. So my three webinars, my three funnels I shared with you today, all three are going to come with both of the levels. The next piece is my courses. Now I have a whole pitch deck, guys, but I'm just talking to you first because forget the pitch deck for a minute. The next thing I have is 24 courses. And these aren't just random courses. These are exact courses like how to write a webinar, how to build a low ticket funnel, how to get traffic with Facebook ads, how to get traffic with YouTube ads, how to do copywriting, what my Pentagon of Scale is, how to scale a business, how to write a great offer, an offer masterclass. I mean, these are things that you will use every day in your business. And these are my best of the best courses. Some of them literally have never given away for free. I've only sold for $700, upwards of $2,000. And now inside of this partnership, I'm not selling them anymore. You can't buy them. They're retired. They're only available inside of this partnership. So both of the things I just shared with you, the funnels, okay, and the courses are in both packages. You can buy the starter, which is 14-day free trial plus 97 a month, or you buy the unlimited, which is 30-day free trial at $297 a month. So both of those are included. So what's the difference? Well, if you come in on the $297 a month plan, you are going to get my mastermind for free, which is the same mastermind that I've sold to a few people at $12,000 a year. All right, that's why I've established its value. We sold it to like 3 or 4 people, and then we stopped. And I said, I don't want to sell this for $12,000 anymore. I want this to be part of what I give away for people that commit to go high level, because if you buy my mastermind without high level, I don't get it. You need this tech. You can't build a business without high level. You can't build a business without the page building, the funnel building, the CRM, the payment processing, the email collection, the AI, the texting, the automations. And I'm just starting. There's like a gazillion other features, okay? You need it. You need the tool one way or the other, or you need at least 10 other tools that you patch together with Zapier, which is stupid, so that you just get high level. So I was like, you know what? I'm willing to give someone who's committed to high level, because they're going to actually take results. They're going to actually take action, get results. I'm willing to take that $12,000 mastermind and give it to them for free. So really, yeah, today, if you were completely repulsed at the idea of having software that does it, and you don't want high level, fine, reach out to me individually and I'll let you pay me $1,000 a month to be a part of my mastermind. But other than that, you get that for free at the $297 a month. What does that come with? It comes with regular monthly training and access to me. So as you're building your offers and your funnels, that's right, we have regular sessions. You get to come on with me and I look at them, I review them. You have regular sessions with my team. I've got some of the best people when it comes to email marketing, copywriting, paid traffic, video marketing, project management, sales team support, financial. They become your consultants. So we do regular trainings with them that you get to come and join us on. We all do regular networking events inside of our virtual mastermind. So you don't have to travel, but we get you to connect with each other. And then all the courses I'm launching in the future, you might see ads for them on Facebook, but if you're in this and you're in my mastermind, you get all those future courses for free. So that's really what we created, is just, hey, join me and get my courses and get my funnels and have full license rewrites, private label rights to them for yourself. It's $97 a month, right? In 14 days for free, and then $97 a month. Or join the whole full-blown mastermind, the full-blown, virtual mastermind, and you're literally paying a third. You get 30-day free trial, and then you're paying $300 a month. And this comes with everything else too. It comes with all the tools, the snapshots, the software. So you don't have to go out there and buy 7 other things. So you're really getting Anik for free, and Anik's training for free, and Anik's team for free. Guys, even as I say this, it's ridiculous. I'm just telling you, like, I think to myself, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? But it feels right. It feels really, really right to do this. So I'm actually going to skip some slides ahead and just give you the URL to go to where you can actually see the difference in the two offers. All right, expertscale.com/free. All right, we're going to bring this URL up more than a few times, but if you want to take a screenshot or take a picture, this is where you go and you sign up. Now, here's what's going to happen. When you go here, you're going to see a sales page, okay? You can scroll and it tells you the difference between what I'm offering for the starter plan or what I'm offering for the unlimited plan, okay? Again, starter plan, courses, and snapshots. You don't get the mastermind. Unlimited plan, you get all of it and my mastermind and the regular ongoing training and all my future courses for free as well. So now you get to pick one of the two and you get a longer trial as well. Okay. So you get to pick one of the two. Now, what's going to happen when you go to the bottom of this page and you click one of the options is, or right there, click a button, Porbuck, click the button. So you're going to go to the bottom. All right. You're going to pick one of these. So Porbuck, go ahead and click on any of the buttons on the bottom. So you're going to pick one plan, whichever one you want, pick the 30-day free trial. Now you're on High Level's website, and what's happened is you're being tracked to me. All right, now here's the cool thing. I'm willing to do some different scenarios, and I want to talk through them, Paulson, and I'll turn it over to you. Scenario one is you don't own High Level. Great. Go to expertscale.com/free, make a choice. Pick one of the two. Scenario two is you own High Level, but you're on the $97 a month plan or you're on the $297 a month plan. And what I'm going to ask you to do is upgrade. The buttons are right there on this page. Upgrade to the next plan level, and I will honor for you the full mastermind. If you upgrade and commit to High Level at a higher level, I will honor the entire mastermind bonus for you for free. Scenario number three is you already have the highest High Level account, but you want the mastermind anyways, then I need you to get a new account. You have to get another additional account. But here's the cool thing. If you show us proof of your main account, you only need to get another $97 a month account. You don't need to do the $297 or $497. If you just get the $97 a month account, I'll still honor the full mastermind. But you have to have at the same time, you have to already have a $497 a month High Level account. Okay. So now you're getting my $12,000 mastermind for $100 a month. So I just don't see how that's not a win for everybody. Plus you have an extra High Level account for when you want it. Scenario four is you're like, nah, Anik, I already have a $497 a month High Level account. So I don't want that. But I just, I would love like a couple of your snapshots. Tomorrow, at the end of tomorrow, I'll make a decision and I'll have some killer bonuses for those of you who are already at the highest amount and don't, we want to honor you. You're already there. You've committed to High Level. I'll honor you. But that's four scenarios, all four. Go to expertscale.com, scroll to the bottom, click a button, make a choice, upgrade yourself, purchase a new account or whatever you need to do. And I'm really looking forward to being able to work with you and assist you and support you. Now, what's going to happen, guys, is, again, if we can throw up the URL for expertscale.com/free, I just want everyone to be able to see that. I'm going to turn it over to Paulson to talk for a few. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have Sarah. So everyone treats Sarah really well. Sarah has been powering through all of this stuff while I'm doing this big release with High Level. She wasn't feeling well, but she's powering through like the trooper she is. And so she agreed to come on today and do some demoing for you to show you how the snapshots work. So she'll kind of carry the rest of the way. But expertscale.com/free. Get in, guys. If you want to work with me and if I can support you, get in. And even if it's not for me, if you're not using High Level and you have a plan to build an online business, I'm telling you, I don't know how else to say this, right? Fine, don't buy through me. I don't care. If you don't want my bonuses, don't. Go to gohighlevel.com and buy directly. You can't build an online business without this. It's impossible almost, unless you are a developer and you're going to develop everything yourself, which is stupid, right? You need some. And by the way, as I say that, that's what I did for years. Up until about a year and a half ago, I had an entire dev team building everything myself, all my funnels, my pages, my CRMs, my payment processing. And it became, I was spending probably $50,000 to $100,000 a month in keeping and maintaining these systems. It was insane. It got to a point where it was unsustainable. And that was what put me on the journey to look for a solution, and I found High Level. So I'm just here to tell you that if you are building or planning on building a business and you don't have a tool like High Level, you're either going to spend a crap load of money doing it yourself or piecing together 20 other tools, or you're not going to be able to do it at all. It's going to be impossible. So that's my thing. You need this anyways. Well, get it through me and get the rest of everything else for free. Get the mastermind and everything like right there. So Paulson, I'll give you a few minutes if you want to share some of your thoughts, and then guys, we'll come back with Sarah here and she'll show you the demo.
Absolutely. So I got the chance to go out to Orlando along with some of the other high-level leaders, and we spent several days and, spent a lot of time with the Onyx team and some of the staff members they have. The other co-founders of WebinarCon and Learn, they were there as well. Really brilliant people. And what I liked about Onyx Group, that whole um, the great group there was they were all like OGs of webinars. Like they were some of the first early adopters of webinars. We met at least five, six people that were doing well over $100 million in webinars. So there's a community that's behind Anik that is very versatile. So you're not really just getting Anik. I think you're getting his community behind him, who are all very, very proven, seasoned marketers and advertisers, and some of them I got the chance to meet with them in person, and I mean they're doing some serious numbers. I think it's one of the most elite group of marketers I've personally ever met. You don't run across a bunch of $100 million marketers that often. And now again, to Anik's point, none of those numbers or communities or any of that, none of that is going to be, the direct reason of you scaling and reaching those numbers. So your results may vary, but I think the most important thing is accessibility, surrounding yourself with the right people around you. In the world of marketing, I think the first thing anybody that's starting out should do is plant a flag down with the community that you're going to do this with, right? There are several communities out there with, a mentor, someone who's an expert, and people around that mentorship. So I 1000% believe in a community for every single one of you. So figure out which person you want to follow and which person you want to really model off of. I think there's a lot to it, and that has helped me tremendously. Now, I know Sarah is jumping on. Let me just see if Sarah is ready to go. But either way, I got the chance to meet Sarah several times now, and she came to High Levels Mastermind not too long ago in Dallas. And Sarah's amazing. I believe she functions as the COO, if I'm not mistaken, of Onyx, a lot of Onyx companies. Sarah, how are you feeling? First of all, appreciate you jumping in. I know you're not
Unmute
well.
me.
Let me just make sure your audio is on. Yeah, I know you are not feeling well, and there's a lot going on this week, so we totally appreciate you jumping in. Are you set up, ready to go, or do you need a few minutes here?
Nope, I think I'm good to go. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you very well. Welcome in,
All
Sarah,
right,
and
awesome.
help us understand the snapshots. I mean, there's three snapshots that are part of this workshop, and I'm
Great.
excited to just kind of get right into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much for having me on. This tech is kind of like my background. I've been playing with computers since, I hate to say it, 1984, if that reveals my age any. But I've absolutely loved it. And I've been, building websites and, doing course creation for clients over the years. And I absolutely love it. I've been doing this for 25 years now. And I have to say that this is probably one of the most exciting projects that I've ever worked on, simply because, when we think back just even 10 years ago, aside from, other go high level competitors, there really wasn't an all in one solution that actually worked properly. And I'm really excited to see, how far high level has come since you guys began. And now all of these new developments that's happening, that you guys announced at the, what I like to call the Sastermind. It's not just Saspreneur, but the Sastermind. All the great developments that are coming up. And I was so excited to hear about that because I know it's going to make high level just even that much better. So I'm really excited. And in the 25 years that I've been building websites and courses and connecting everything together with, email providers and stuff, I'm just really excited to be able to take, like what we're trying to do, what I'm trying to do with Anik's team is to bring everything together under one umbrella, to make it seamless, to make it awesome. And I'm very excited. So thank you so much for having me on. And my goal today really is just to kind of give everybody, and yes, pun intended, a high level view of how you take those snapshots, import it into your account, and then to be able to use them for your own marketing. So what's really awesome is that literally the snapshots we've built out for you are literally Anik's funnels. They are literally his funnels, and we've only kind of genericized them just a little bit to help guide you in order to be able for you to be able to create the best sales page possible for your particular products and services and programs. So obviously there is some editing that has to be done. We can't do everything for you, but know that you have both myself, we've got our copywriters, we've got our design team, our website design team as well, that are all going to be standing behind you in addition to high levels tech and dev team to help you put together these different snapshots and funnels and whatnot. So without further ado, let's just jump into it really, really quickly. And like I said, this is a high level view. This is not a super deep dive. Yes, there are some components that you're going to have to go through and connect, but don't worry. Anik was talking about the various courses that you also get when you join us through his affiliate link. One of those courses is actually how to go through and reconnect things like your Stripe account to accept payment processing, to set up your calendars for the book a call funnel, connecting your video accounts, and all these different things. And there are a bunch of little components, but we're going to help you through that step by step. So, Paulson, can you see my screen okay?
I can see it very well. And by the way, Sarah,
All right.
you're such a rock star. Thanks for doing this for us.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be a part of it. This has been a lot of fun. So okay, so just to kind of give everybody just a high level overview, this is a brand new account that I have created strictly for like my own purposes, for demo testing, basically so I can destroy it and have some fun and rebuild it, from the ground up, just to, for testing purposes and having fun. So the first thing you need to remember when you do get access to the snapshot is whenever you're getting ready to import it, you need to make sure that you are logged into your account before you attempt to bring in the snapshot. Okay, this is very important because if you just do that, it's going to bring you to a generic screen that is, for go high level, sign up for a free account kind of a thing. So first off, first things first, make sure that you're logged in. The second thing we're going to do is you're going to receive an email, and this will also be in the members area, that actually has the link for the actual snapshot itself. So once open that up in a new tab, and then we're going to give it a second. Now, for those of you who have ADHD like me, who are extremely impatient and want things to happen now, you're going to have just a little bit of patience because there is a lot to load, okay? And we're going to be pushing even more stuff into it. So it's going to ask me, do you want to import? And we're going to say, yeah, please import it now. And we're going to give it just a minute or two to go through to set it all up. And you can see that now on our agency level, not a sub account, it's under your agency level. On your account snapshots, it's going to show up as an imported snapshot. Now, what I want to do from here is I need to create a sub account specifically for these particular funnels. So I'm just going to come over here to where it says create new account, click the plus, and it's going to ask me to basically go through and set up a business. And I just want to, actually, we're going to, sorry, little pop-ups everywhere. I'm just going to add an account manually, and I'll just fill this out real quick. Sorry, guys. But I'd much rather you see everything live in real time so that you understand what's going on here. And this is important so that everybody understands what's going on. And you can see I am literally setting this up step by step by step. And you will see this in the members area as well. So let's just say New York. Okay, time zone. Of course, you want to be sure to use your own information or that of your clients. Don't necessarily just use test information like I've got here, but I want to set it up, fairly accurately. And then once this is set up, I can actually show you the funnels themselves. So now that that is all set up, I can go ahead over here and I can go into my test sub account. And there are a couple of things that you're going to need to do before you start editing your funnels, okay? So one of the things that you're gonna need to do is to set up some sort of payment method, whether that's PayPal or Stripe, or if you've got a different payment authorization, kind of a gateway. There's a whole bunch out there, and High Level connects with a lot of them. So you wanna make sure you get that set up. And you also want to set up, like if you're going to do the book a call kind of a funnel, you want to make sure that your calendar gets set up too before you start editing the sales pages. Now, just real briefly, I wanted to show you, if you come in here under sites, you will see that we've already got these funnels preloaded, ready to go. So I want to show you, I'm just going to show you one. I'm not going to show all of them today, but you can see that these are literally Anik's funnels. Okay, down to the actual copy and the text. And by the way, our copywriters, they're like multiple six-figure copywriters. Okay, they get paid a lot of money because they know what they're doing, and they've got excellent, copy on here. So let's see. Okay, so you can see that we've got a couple of different things in here. We've got the main sales page. We've got a couple of upsells that are available. And then we will actually go in our training sessions. We will show you if you're going to use this upsell, this is how you're going to connect it. If you're going to use, a 24-hour bonus, we'll show you how to connect your domain names to that. Oh, and that's another thing that needs to get set up before you go in and start editing these, is make sure that your domain is listed in here. Now, if you just want to take a look at the page, I'm just going to show you the main page that's right here. So I do have to say, disclaimer, okay, do not copy everything that is on the page, okay? Unless you have actually sold 52,000 courses, you can't claim that, okay? Be authentic to your particular industry, be authentic to your particular demographics, who you are working with, okay? This is nothing more than a guide to show you what has worked for us, both with graphics. You can pay attention to like the way we've got the color scheme on here, the way we have like, this is, the template, we've got it laid out a certain way. All of this stuff works because we've split tested it. We've done it with different offers over the years. So you want to make sure that you're kind of paying attention and design your own sales page around this. Do not use it exactly as it is. Okay. An about section. Who are you? And why should I, as a potential customer, care about you and what you've done? If you've been featured on various, publications such as Inc. 500 or Entrepreneur, put that stuff here. If not, other podcasts, if not, other blog posts, whatever you want in there. So you can kind of go through and analyze the sales pages themselves to see what you can put in there that's your, number of courses, or if you're in the middle of running a beta group, tell people that this is a brand new product. This is what our beta group has been doing. Okay. And then you're obviously just go through, analyze it. You're going to say, okay, what's included in this particular program? What's the story? What's the content? You can go through and see exactly how we've got all of this laid out. Okay. Now, I do suggest that if you want to keep the snapshots completely intact, that you make a duplicate funnel of it. So I'm just going to come in here and clone this. And I will just call this the test webinar. If I could type today, sorry. This is not my computer, so it's a little bit different. So we'll just give that a second to go ahead and clone it. And now I've got this that I can actually go through and edit all of the text, edit the steps, and edit the buttons, and make sure that my payment gateway is properly connected. Now, what's awesome about all of this and the snapshots is the fact that we've also got all of the automations already set up for you. And I don't know why it's not coming in. Uh-oh. It didn't come in properly. Import from a campaign.
And by the way, for those of you that are watching, when you do jump into Onyx membership, they do have other high-level trainings like that are just completely driven around technology behind these webinars. So no matter what we share here today, there's a whole lot more in depth that'll be shared in their communities and groups and things like that. Just FYI.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure why the automations are not coming over at the moment because they did import properly earlier. I'll switch to the other test account here real quick that I was playing with.
And by the way, whenever you're streaming on Zoom and sharing high level, it's usually a bit more slower than the actual regular speed when you
Yeah.
usually use it. Is for the because of the streaming that you're going to see a little bit of lag. High level is probably one of the fastest
Yep, that's not a
platforms
problem.
on earth.
No worries. And so, all right, so this is the other test account that I set up just for fun, just to play with it, break with it, that kind of a thing. So you can see here that we're actually setting up two different versions of the automations for you. So you can see here with the low ticket funnel, you can see that I've got it saying with external programs. So with Anik, obviously, we've had so many different platforms that we've had to work with between email and text and webinar hosting and video hosting and, members course areas. We're still in the middle of bringing over all of these different platforms and putting them into a single platform. Okay, so we are in the middle of bringing all of this stuff over into high level. So instead of just simply recreating all of the automations inside of high level, I decided to give you an extra bonus. Okay, even Anik doesn't know about this, so don't tell him. Shh. So what I did was I left all of our automations that are technically done through Zapier and other platforms. So like, for example, our members website is actually on WordPress that is hosted on Amazon web servers that connects into Twilio for our text messaging, which then also is connected into SendLane for our emails, which then is connected into LearnDash for the main learning platform. You can see how this gets confusing and gets like absolutely crazy nuts, right? I left all those automations in there, and I'm going to show you if you currently already have that all set up and you need to get going fast, meaning you need to get going right now. I will show you how to use Zapier to connect all that stuff temporarily while you bring all of your stuff under one platform. And then the cool thing is that we're also rebuilding all of these automations directly through high level. So it's not just the external programs, it's literally being rebuilt inside of high level. So instead of it being where it says like Zapier says the webhook to Zapier and then everything is built out in Zapier, everything is being rebuilt specifically inside of Go High Level. So you guys are going to get both options and we will support you with both. We will help you figure out both. So if you are just frustrated with all of your external systems, but you don't necessarily have the tech help or the budget to hire someone to help bring everything under one platform right at this moment in time, but it's something you can do over the next couple of months, we will help you figure out those zaps or the connections and everything else. And so will the high level team so that we can make sure that you're up and running and making money so that you can hire somebody like tech nerd like myself to help bring all that under the high level platform, get it all under one thing and make your life so much simpler, so much simpler. I cannot express how excited I am to be bringing all this under one platform. And I'm excited.
And I think that's the scariest part about high level, honestly. It's so let me put my previous agency owner hat on for a second. I know a ton of you are watching. You see this thing at high level. There's 1,000 features. Everybody's raving about it, but you have your system. When you think of that migration, it's so scary, and I get it. And Anik and Sarah and their entire team, I would say a couple of weeks or months even, you took your time diligently thoroughly mapping out every single piece of it because obviously you have a pretty massive operation that you have to be
We
sensitive
do.
with.
And you know what? We're still doing it. I mean, I've been working
Right.
on this myself for like 3 months now,
Yeah.
and I'm still working on it. And it's something that
Right.
is going to take some time, but
Right.
I've just realized, and this is just good general advice for any kind of project that you're trying to run. think about the steps, think about the end result, and then reverse engineer that a little bit and just take your time doing it, okay? Because it's going to make your life so much easier when you think about, this is where I am, this is where I want to be. And now let's reverse engineer that a little bit. Okay, how are we going to do this? What do I need to build out first? What do I need to do first in order to make this happen while still bringing in that cash flow in order to keep the business up and running? So don't freak out about the tech, okay? You've got not one, but two incredible teams behind you to help you with the tech and to help make sure everything gets connected properly. No, sorry, you cannot hire me. I'm not available. I have no time on my plate at the moment. So just saying. But when you do join us through Anik's affiliate link, we will be having regular training sessions where you can ask questions, you can get some help, and we will certainly help you as much as we can, as will the high level team. So, I mean, between both teams, your tech basis is definitely covered, and you'll be able to ask other questions too. I mean, we've got Kyle and Andrew, who are two of our copywriters. We'll have special sessions with them where you can actually get like your copy reviewed, and that's if you're a part of the $297 a month plan, the Expert Scale Mastermind. You can actually get access to those training sessions where you can ask questions, get feedback on your sales pages. You can talk to me about automations and setting those up, or if you're having issues with integrating video or payment processors, I'll be helping out on the tech end. And then of course we'll have additional trainings specifically with Anik in regards to like your offers, talking specifically about the webinar funnel, the book a call funnel specifically, other things that you can be doing in your business to help generate cash flow, and lots of other different trainings that I really can't talk about yet. So
Awesome. Quick question for you. Do the
sure.
snapshots include emails and text messages that are going out on the back end of it? And if so, or if not, either way, we know you guys are giving this all away for free essentially. But so we're grateful, but
Yes.
just curious, if does it include the emails or SMS or voice drops or any of the messaging to kind of, keep in touch with the actual prospects?
Yes, it does. So in the automations, when you come in here, we've actually already preloaded it along with the proper tags for high level, so that you can like I said, we kind of made them a little bit generic. So all you have to do is like describe like your product or your service. This is a particular text message. We don't have ringless voicemail set up yet. That's something that will be coming and that we will push through as an update. But like all of the emails, this is directly out of our emails. I mean, literally, this is exactly, if you were to sign up for this particular low ticket product that we offered a couple of months ago, which was 5 courses for $5. This is literally the email that was sent out. The only thing that we've done is we've removed things like our support email address and our, login info for the members area. But otherwise, it's literally all right here.
Wow.
It's all literally right here. And all you have to do is just go through and update your information. And you can see we've already got it laid out so that it automatically waits 24 hours before the next email goes out. And then here's your next email. It's already done. So all you got
I
to do
love
is go
that.
through and personalize it, and it's good to go. And if you don't like what we've written, please feel free to go ahead and rewrite it with however you want that sounds more like you. That's totally fine. This is just something to give you like a template to work from and to make it your own.
I love that. Is there anything else you would like to share that's part of some of the giveaways and snapshots or anything like that?
That's what we have at the moment, other than some of the trainings that we're going to be including. So
Yeah.
if you join us on the $297 a month plan, not only are you going to get the members community, anybody who signs up through Anik's link gets access to the members area, which has got actually not 21, but like 27 courses. We actually added a couple more in just for the heck of it, just because we just feel like it's good value and it's good information for you to help grow and scale your business. We've got the workflow automations. There's going to be more marketing that's going to be included, that our graphics team is in the middle of developing right at the moment. We're going to have some nice Canva templates that you can use for social media marketing. let's see. And then, of course, the membership site stuff. We're going to show you how to link to the membership sites from, your contacts, from your sales page all the way through to, the actual memberships, the
Okay.
communities, how to set up the communities, how to
Yeah.
add to that, because you've got a couple of different styles that you can have some fun with. And yeah,
Yeah.
even like some basic things. I'll be doing a training on basic community management if you've never run a community before, but you've wanted to, how to establish rules, how to, just basically manage it, how to get people to engage, little things along those lines. So we've got a lot more coming. So this is
Okay.
exciting times.
Awesome. And one more clarity question. By the way, you're sharing your screen on workflow, just FYI. But one more
Oh,
clarity
yeah,
question is, I know Anik had said this is the 297 is like a mastermind group. Is that the same thing as
correct.
your in-person mastermind? Like, do people get tickets to the regular mastermind if they're on this community? Like, is there a, difference between virtual versus in person? Like, I just want to be 1000% sure.
So we actually have two masterminds. We have our high-end mastermind called Board of Experts. And
That's right.
for
Yep.
that to be eligible to even be invited to apply to it, you have to be doing a minimum of $500,000 a year in revenue or more. Okay. This other one, if you join us inside of Go High Level using our affiliate link, it's $297 a month, and we are giving you access to that mastermind absolutely free. It is included as long as you are a paid member under our affiliate link.
Wow.
So normally we would charge $1,000 a month for that. It's a $12,000 a year mastermind and does not include in any in-person events. They're only virtual events. However, as I understand it, we might be in talk for doing a single in-person event for this particular mastermind. And it's pretty much open to anyone who stays on the plan, whether you're earning, $50,000 a year or $500,000 a year. Either one, you're more than welcome to be a part of that particular
Yeah.
mastermind.
And,
And
and
so
but and by
what
the
we
way,
basically,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
that's okay. That's all right. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, by the way, I've been there to these masterminds in person. It's an incredible experience.
They are a lot of fun. We do have a lot of fun. So much knowledge. So, with the Board of Experts Mastermind, we do have a tendency to drill down a little bit deeper into things that are already taking you from that $500,000 a year revenue and scaling upwards from there. The Expert Scale Mastermind is, I don't want to say it's a lesser quality because it's not, but we don't necessarily drill down as much. Our goal is to get you from like 50 or 100,000 up to that $500,000 mark, because there are some things that you need to do to get from point A to point B before you're actually ready to scale from $500,000 and up. So we want to make sure that you've got those foundations in place. It's more foundational kind of work where we're making sure that your sales pages are designed out properly, that your copy is dialed in, that you know what your customer pain points are, and that you're expressing it in order to be able to get those sales. Okay. So we're doing all those little tiny tweaks and whatnot to get you up to that point where now it's consistent. Now it's a little bit more predictable. And now, okay, we've got a proven offer. We know people want it. So now let's go ahead and pour some gas on the fire and let's make this thing, really, really take off. And that's what Board of Experts is all about. But the Expert Scale Mastermind is perfect for getting up to that $500,000 a year revenue mark by making sure that you've got all the right foundations in place. And I've been in business for 27 years now myself, and I cannot express how deeply important it is to have those foundations in place. And I am just excited that with the Go High Level, I don't want to call
Partnership.
it an environment. I mean, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
I mean, what do you call it? It's all encompassing, the Go High Level world, being able to have everything under one roof and being able to set it all up, get the automations in place, and then all you have to do is go back and tweak as you start to see that things are working. Split testing, tweaking, split testing, tweaking, and then just watching it grow. I mean, it's absolutely amazing.
Love that. Anything else we need to cover for snapshot related, high level related tech stuff? Okay. All right. So
Not at the moment.
tomorrow,
Just know that you'll be able to ask questions, and we'll be here to help.
awesome. So tomorrow, you guys, we're going to be talking about traffic, scalable traffic, and we're going to get started around the same time, which is 12 o'clock EST. That's New York time. Sarah, thanks for joining us, giving us an overview of all the snapshots and what we're going to get and why all that is important. And by the way, thanks for coming to our Saspreneur Mastermind. It was really cool to see you there, and
It
I'm
was awesome.
excited. I'm excited for the next mastermind that we have planned. It's more of like an advanced mastermind where you have to be doing a certain number of revenue and things like that. You do have to apply to it. And this is the first ever advanced high level mastermind we're ever going to host. Wish us good luck on that. But either way, we'll see you tomorrow to talk about scalable traffic. For those of you, once you have the webinar structure, the systems of fulfillment kind of put together, which is what we talked about day 1 and 2, we need to add fuel to the fire to the offers that matter, to the offers that are
Yep.
relevant to your market. I'm excited about because I do think that's the most important component. Now, for those of you that are kind of on the sidelines waiting, I know there's a ton of you that already have the highest high level plan. You're like, I want to get the goodies. I don't know what to do. Come tomorrow, we're going to potentially make an announcement. Anik and our team, we're all going to kind of get together and make sure we do serve you, even though you're not ready to jump into a new trial or upgrade because you already have the highest plan. We'll have something for you tomorrow, so thanks for your patience on that. But again, go to Expert Scale. I think I have the link here. Let me just make sure in case if you don't have a high level account, this is the link, expertscale.com/free, and it'll take you to a landing page that looks like this, which gives you full details of what exactly you're getting. But jump into a trial here. This is very unusual, by the way. We don't ever do stuff like this in general. And Anik has decided to back his entire educational programs behind the high level offer and the trial. So it's going to be exciting. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Sarah, I know you weren't well, so thanks for jumping in as well. So we'll see you tomorrow, 12 o'clock EST. That's New York time for those of you that are international. Same time, so we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Thanks.